Something I see a lot of people argue about on here is whether or not it's valid if a fan base ruins a certain band for somebody. I personally think that this is completely valid, so let's fucking talk about it. I also think that it's completely valid for someone to be turned away from a band because of that band getting TikTokified. Certain bands blowing up and getting quote-unquote TikTokified, I will fully admit, has caused me to stop or just start listening to certain bands less. When these bands and artists blow up and fandoms start to form, it just can really make the music less enjoyable, especially if the fandoms that form start to act a certain way. These fans will come at anybody's throats if they say as much as just, "I don't like this band." They additionally will jump to calling people elitists just because they don't like this shitty popular band that they like. Let people enjoy things. No one said you fucking couldn't. We can agree to disagree. Move on with your fucking day and just listen to what you want to listen to. There are people that have been fans of these said bands that have blown up for years and years, and they are now growing embarrassed to tell people that they like these bands just because they don't want to be associated with those fans. That shouldn't be a fucking thing. These newer fans will use the same 3 popular songs by the band as sounds online, and then those do get kind of fucking repetitive. I hate to break it to you when you hear them every other scroll. That happened to me with quite a few bands, actually. The fan base that I really want to focus on right now, and I'm sure that you guys will be able to guess before it even comes out of my mouth, is the Dystopia fan base. I feel that other than Mayhem, Dystopia is definitely the most well-known for their shitty fan base. I fucking love Dystopia's music. I have self-titled on vinyl. But it's always been good in small doses just because of how small their discography is. But it just got so repetitive and annoying that I barely play it anymore because I just got tired of hearing the same 3 songs over and over again online. The biggest issue with their current fan base would be the sexualization of their music. The band's aim has always been to spread messages through their music, and their songs discuss extremely serious topics ranging from suicide, depression and mental illness, poverty, the list goes on. The 2 sounds that I'm specifically referring to would be the one with My Meds Aren't Working that goes, "Do I look like your girlfriend?" And then the other one would be the one that uses the sample of Sanctity by Dystopia. If you actually read the lyrics to My Meds Aren't Working, they are wicked depressing and they leave a heavy feeling in your chest. They just really weigh down on you. You can feel it. The situation with Sanctity is significantly more fucked up. The sample that was used in that TikTok sound is a man reciting his suicide note. Those suicide notes that you hear them reciting in that sample from Sanctity are real suicide notes. They come from this show called HBO America Undercover Suicide Notes, which is a show that would talk about in-depth suicide victims and read their notes. How the fuck can't you get it through your thick skulls that it's extremely fucked up and disrespectful to be shaking ass to somebody's suicide note? This is the absolute last fucking thing that Dino would want you guys to be doing with Dystopia's music. He would be absolutely gagged if he saw all of what was going on with them and their music. In my opinion, the blowing up and TikTokification of certain bands can absolutely turn somebody off from wanting to listen to their music and can cause fans to want to distance themselves from the music. And I believe that you cannot be a true fan of an artist's music if you completely ignore the message that they're trying to spread through it. But what would Corey Taylor think? that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. What other metal shit would you like to hear me yap about? All my links are in my bio, and goodbye and gatekeep.